What's up, Boob2? Today we are gonna try and repair this. I've kind of repaired a little bit of it already, but we're gonna see if we can't get the two pieces to match back up, and if not, I can order a new one. But this is just trying to save quite a bit of money. I'm also planning on pulling the dash out, cleaning it, and flocking it as well. And then just a little tidbit. I know I haven't shown it on video yet, but the headers are done for the exhaust. So at least down to where it comes out. And then it's gonna 90 there and go down the side of the car. So I still got some more trimming to do on that, and then I gotta put a plate on the back side of it, but I'm not gonna show that on video because it's a lot of work. And it's a lot of just grinding and a lot of just welding and fitment in general. So, and I don't have the capabilities to record all of that and not fill up like a whole bunch of memory cards and stuff. So, let's go ahead and get started on this, the meter hood or gauge hood or whatever people call it. I'm using a 2-part plastic epoxy. So, and that's what this is originally, and you can even like tell that it holds really well because I can sit here and flex it and it doesn't pop off. So I'm gonna clean these surfaces with some brake cleaner real quick, make sure they're extra clean, mix this up, and get started. Well, mistakes were made. I couldn't get the piece to hold on with glue, so I was going to drill a hole. Which, is it on this piece? No, it's on this piece. Drill a hole to pop rivet a piece of aluminum on the back side of it so it would hold it still and you'd never see it. And it just, broke more since, it's from like 3 or 4 years after I was born. So, so it looks like we're either going to order one or just not run one for a while, because that's a lot of money for a little piece of plastic part that, or I might end up doing some sort of aluminum sheet metal cover thing. But anyways, on to pulling the dash out to get ready to flock the dash. Alright, so I was going to talk through what exactly I was doing, but once I broke the instructions out after I did an initial coat there, I saw that I only had like a working time of 10 to 15 minutes. So I was like, oh, time to turn around and get it flocked. So here's the finished product. It's not perfect. The instructions said to lay the glue down really thick, and I did. And there was some runs in a few places, but for the most part, from 10 foot away, it's going to look great in the car, and it's also going to help keep the reflection off the dash, which is the whole point of me flocking it in the first place. But looks great. You can see how much extra is laying on it just by looking at that vent right there. So this has to dry for 10 to 15 hours, and then you shake it off, and like that's how much excess is not on it. So make sure you definitely put a piece of plastic down or something to catch at least most of it. So I'll roll this up and chunk it, and then sweep up and vacuum the little bit that didn't land on that. So flocking and dash, super easy. Wipe it down, put the glue on it, spray it with the flock, done. Let it sit for 10 to 15 hours. So very easy process. Now I'm trying to decide if I want to break out the Miata harness, the engine bay harness that I pulled out, and see if I want to isolate the pop-ups from the rest of a harness. So I think I'm going to get it out and at least lay it out and start looking at it. That way I can get ready to wire the damn thing. So let's get started on that. Alright, so here's how the wiring harness pretty much runs in the car. So there's your firewall grommet and firewall grommet over there. So this bit right here is in the interior running up against the firewall behind the dash. All of this is on the driver's side of the car if you're in America. And all of this is the passenger side of the car if you're in America. So I went through my wiring diagram book and I found the controller. So this is what the controller looks like. So this thing right here is the relay controller for the pop-ups. So this is what always has 12 volts to it, and depending on if they're up or down, it has, I assume it controls how much it goes up and down and so on and so forth through timing. And then the motors also have an adjustment on them that do it as well. So I got it. What I'm gonna do is the brown wire in this. Actually, this doesn't have the brown wire, but I need all of these except for the, let's see here. Red and black, white and black, red and white. So, and then I got to give 12 volts to the brown, which once I break this all out, I'll be able to trace it out from here out of the harness and wrap my own harness back in. I'll also wire in a headlight, my headlight wiring as well, but here is the connector for the pop-ups. So the brown one here, one side of the brown, I believe. Actually, it looks like it's just the brown straight up. So this brown is the one that you give 12 volts all the time, and then you can use the button, it looks like. So once I delume all this and get all that figured out, I will give y'all an update. But I think that's going to be another video, because that's a lot of work to delume all that and trace wires out and make sure you cut the right ones and not the wrong ones. But it shouldn't be too bad. I may end up leaving the factory. I believe this is a headlight plug, so I may end up using these and keeping these and just putting them on the 12 volt switch, which shouldn't be too bad to find as well. But anyways, guys, that's a small little update. Made some pretty big progress on my car tonight. So it's like a try to fix the dash, fail, flock the dash, and part 2.5 of the wiring loom, getting that started. So I probably won't record much of deluming the wire loom, because there's hundreds of hours of people doing that, and I'm not a perfectionist at it, so it'll probably take me extra long to do it. So I will probably just delume it, and I will film me, once I get to that point, film me figuring out what I'm going to keep and what I'm not going to keep. So until next time, guys, happy brapping.